Might as well fill you in on my situation. I got hit by a and not so much fun.
I'm Blair TheHandy. I love taking able-bodied people and putting them into a mobility device and touring them around the streets of Toronto. I show them what it's like to be disabled for a day. Plus, we get to check out really cool street art. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, check out the link in the description below to my Be a Handy tour.
Yeah, we just got to Toronto and we were looking. We didn't even find that place before we saw you guys coming out of the alley. You and Jared and Flips, and I thought, holy shit, that's Jared Nathan. So I messaged him and he responded, yes, that was me. He told me he had a show, and brought some tickets right away, and met Blair, our fine host and great guy. And now we're seeing Toronto how it's meant to be seen, from the seat of your butt.
I'm our fatty, man. I love fate. Flips was an hour and a half late, which, whatever, it's not a big deal. But if Flips wasn't an hour and a half late yesterday, there's no way Chris and Tom would have seen us coming out of this alley. The eclipse is today, so this could be the end of the world, like everybody's saying. Planes will drop from the sky. I run an electric wheelchair. Maybe it'll shut the wheelchair down and the scooters. Then I'll be real screwed. Anyways. Art.
Let's do this, art.
Art and accessibility. Dial it up if you want and just get comfortable.
What do you put her at?
I'm at 5 right now.
Oh, okay, I was down pretty low there.
These are pretty comfy, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's awesome, man. I really appreciate this. This is cool.
Well, it's a different view of Toronto, right?
It's unique.
I'm traveling across the land with a joystick in my hand. I'm traveling across the land with a joystick in my hand. Do 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 do. See, I don't know where I go. See, I don't know where I go, but I got dreams to make. But I got dreams to make it today.
When I'm having a real bad day, I just say, I don't have to do this, I get to do this.
Yes.
That helps turn my day around.
What up, Flips?
Might as well fill you in on my situation. I got hit by a snowplow and not so much fun. I was right in front of my house. I lived on the corner, and the guy came through the stop sign and picked me up. And yeah, so I went under the front tires and got snagged under the car, under the truck, and then ended up down the street. It took me like 3 months to be able to like bend my leg again, kind of thing, right? So it still feels like an old rubber band, but this was about a toonie-sized hole there, and then about this to here was degloved, and this was all, you could see everything moving in my hand and shit.
And that's because you put your hand on your wang.
Yeah, to keep that intact. Under the truck, I was worried about numero uno there.
Isn't it awfully nice to have a penis?
Glad to be here, seeing it through your eyes.
Yeah.
Spot right here. Alrighty.
I don't even know if I'm going to show up on here. It's so dark. I totally forgot. We're out on the eclipse today, and it is kind of eerie right now. It really is. It's 3:15 in the afternoon, and I feel like it's bedtime, and I should have something to eat, and yeah. Weird.
So I did end up needing a skin graft, and they were going to take the donor skin from my left leg and put it on my right leg, but I didn't want them, there was nothing wrong with my left leg, so I didn't want them to mess up my left leg to use on my right. And I have a big tattoo here that I got a long time ago, and I said, just use that. I don't care to use that, because I think I paid a bottle of vodka for it. And so now, which I didn't even know this was possible, but now I have the same tattoo in 2 places. which is disgusting. Like, it's all green and red, and like you can see here it's an old like sugar skull, and then over here it's like its eye, and it's gross.
I think it's awesome.
You don't hear too many people photocopying their tattoo.
I know after my accident, there was a phase where I went through a bit of a guilty, I don't know if it was survivor's remorse or what exactly it was, but I felt burdensome. I felt like I was kind of a hassle for people, and I was just wondering if you kind of went through that phase.
I'm going through it. I got guilt my son. I stole a lot from him, man. A lot. And it eats me up. My parents, I put my parents through hell. But if I sit there and focus on it, it's just gonna eat me up. And there's nothing I can do about it except for try to be better. And then, as I said right now, like, this fucking booze.
It doesn't make you feel like you're moving in the right direction, that's for sure.
I'm just sick and tired of waking up sick and tired every day.
I hope through what you're doing with this, I hope it brings you some, just ease, a bit of peace anyway.
These tours kind of saving my life. I was drinking tons and tons during COVID. I was like, if I'm dying, I'm dying happy.
Yeah.
Right? To me, happy was drunk. But then I started doing these tours, and it's starting to mushroom into other things. And then the video and the editing, and it's giving me another purpose.
You love what you're doing. I mean, it's obvious. You're doing stand-up, and
like, you're a funny guy too. You know, you really are. You should write some stuff down and go. You know, I just go to an open mic. You know, my first open mic was at this little club called Nothing Fancy, and I got up there and put the microphone in my hand and forgot everything.
It takes a lot of guts to do, man. Tons of guts.
So that's like anything, it's all confidence.
It honestly is the best drug I've ever done in my life.
I believe it,
and I do it stone cold sober. I don't have any alcohol, no weed, no nothing. I'm high for hours after. Sometimes it's hard to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like when you actually kill it and you feel the energy from the people, and then people afterwards coming up to you saying, oh man, you're really funny, that's great, blah, blah, blah.
Validation, right?
Yeah, and then it's just, you go home and like I'm in bed with freaking YouTube on till 4 o'clock in the morning because I'm wide awake, right? It's like I did a whole bunch of coke.
We're gonna have to keep in touch. I'm gonna come see a set sometime.
Oh, definitely.
I'd love to.
That's pretty funny.
It is.
Well, it's carpool lane. So good. Hey, you big dummy. Yeah, I was just thinking back to some of the stuff you were saying earlier about what we're holding on to and things you can't. I mean, tough to let go of and shit like that. But there's one quote another one that I think of all the time, and it's from Blues Brothers. It's at the end of the movie when they're playing in the jail, and there's a big painting on the wall and it says, "It's never too late to mend." That one's an important one.
Today is May 24th. I've been sober since that day. I don't know if it's gonna remain that way. I would like it to. I just know that I'm sober today. I'd love to be sober tomorrow. And nothing but great things have happened since that day. So that's more incentive for me to keep going on the path that I'm on. Hold on. Love yous.
I'm traveling across the land with a joystick in my hand.
Hey Blair, did you hear the one about the kid that came home from school and asked his dad if he could tell him what an eclipse was?
No.
And his dad said, "No, son."
Not this time.